One love to all of you wonderful, marvelous deep divers of planet Earth. Another beautiful day. We got birds up there. We got butterflies floating around. I'm in a good mood, deep divers, because I chose to be in one. Let me send you some good ass energy. Take that, take that, take that. So, I hope you're taking care of yourself, deep divers. Someone sent me a message. They're like, Ralph, do you believe in zodiac signs? They asked how to cope and handle different astrological signs. I love your videos, Ralph. Please help. Now, I haven't made a zodiac video in a little while, and I'm like, hey, this is a great time to make one. I know that we are so much more than zodiac signs, because we are multidimensional beings having a human experience. At the same time, there is a lot of truth in zodiac signs, because sometimes you meet someone, you read up on their zodiac, and you're like, yes, that's them. That's them. We got a whole lot to talk about, deep divers. Raising the frequency. What are we doing right now? Raising the vibration. Breathe with me. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers. We are out here in the heart of nature. Another beautiful day. So how to cope and handle different astrological signs? What a wonderful message and a question. Let me tell you this. The ancients knew that we are governed by the stars. In ancient Kemet or Egypt, they knew that when a child was born, the stars would be in a certain constellation and it would affect their personality. And their most dominant personality, their sun sign, would really be a great influence in every area of their life. But also their moon sign, the moon sign, where the moon was, the phase the moon was in, would actually govern their mood and emotions. And many times we come across someone and we're like, hey, why are they like this? Why are they acting like this towards me? And it's got everything to do with the time they were born. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? And when you learn this sacred science of astrology, you can actually empower yourself, but also you can have better interpersonal skills. You can learn how to interact with people in a better way. So one of the oldest zodiacs is found in the Temple of Dendera in ancient Egypt. In Kemet. And I went to Egypt, and it's marvelous just to see all of the beautiful monuments, the temples, the artwork, the hieroglyphics, which means sacred carvings, okay? So, let me start with this. Every zodiac sign has an element. So you have the earth element. We're talking about Virgos, Capricorns, Taurus. That's the earth element. And these are people who are very grounded in reality. If I see it, I can believe it. Yes, very practical. Then you have the water signs, like me, Pisces, always dreaming. Wake up, Ralph. Okay. Pisces, Scorpios, Cancers. Then you have the fire signs, Leos, Sagittarius, Aries, full of life. Never a dull moment with a Leo. Then you have the air signs, Aquarius, Libras, Geminis. Very intellectual, always communicating. Now, let's start with number 12, the end of the cycle, because I'm a Pisces. Let's start with Pisceans. How to cope and handle a Pisces. Now, let me tell you this. I was born on March 3rd at 3:03. That's the master teacher. But if you are dealing with a Pisces, you're dealing with someone like me. Can you deal with me? That's the question. Highly intuitive. Pisceans know it before you open your mouth. They've scanned you, they've read you before you've even opened your mouth. Before you've even told them who you are, we already know. And this is why many clairvoyants are Pisces. Many psychics are Pisces. Many nurses, doctors are Pisces because we care. My mom's a Pisces, born on March 10th. March 10th. She, health visitor, a nurse, over 30 years, helping people, also a midwife. We care. And that's why Pisceans are the healers of the Zodiac. You come to us when you need your help, when you need the solution to your problems, right? Right. So when you are dealing with a Pisces, you have to remind yourself you're dealing with a highly intuitive being, a sensitive being, but also you're dealing with an empath. And this is why many Pisceans, we put ourselves into other people's shoes like we're actually going through it. And you're dealing with someone who feels. And sometimes you can feel so much that you start getting clingy, right? Sometimes I feel so much what someone's going through, it can affect me. So if you are dealing with a Pisces, know that you're dealing with a caring, loving soul, but also someone who can be in their own reality, like myself, in their dream world. We aren't from this planet, right? We're not from this matrix. We're just interplanetary. We just came down for the ride. And this is why when you deal with Pisceans, they're going to take you to the fifth dimension and back. They're going to tell you things that most people don't talk about because we are always in between realms. We are in the realm of the unseen and the seen at the same time. Slow motion this side. And this is why a lot of Pisceans are mystics. So when you are around a Pisces, listen, because you are talking to a mystic. They can help your ass out, deep divers. But also, Pisceans can sometimes become very addicted. And this is why some Pisceans, they get addicted to alcohol. Not me though. I get addicted to that. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby, right? So we can now go to Aries. Aries, a fire sign. And Aries, if you are dealing with an Aries, you're dealing with someone who is sure of themselves. And this is why Aries make great leaders. They always know what to do, even if they don't know what to do. But sometimes the ego can grab a hold of an Aries, and they have to learn how to humble themselves. So when you are around an Aries, you are around someone who is saying, I can get this done. I know how to do this. Follow me, I can help you out. But also you're dealing with someone who can sometimes be selfish, sometimes be sarcastic. Sometimes they can get bored very quickly. They always have to be stimulated, right? So just know that. Taurus. Oh, they love being loyal. And if you are around a Taurus, you are in good company because they are loyal. When they say they're going to stand by you, they're going to stand by you when everyone else is going against you. They will hold you down. So that's what you have to know when you are dealing and handling a Taurus. They are great friends. Now, the so-called negative side of a Taurus is that sometimes they can be materialistic. They can buy things just for the sake of buying them. They can also be self-absorbed. Also, they can be stubborn to change because, once again, they like stability. They like stability. So, if you are around a Taurus, just know they have your back. How to cope and handle different astrological signs. So, if we look at the Gemini, the twin, I love Geminis. Do they love me back? I have no idea. Because sometimes it's two sides to a Gemini. If you are dealing with a Gemini, what you need to know is that these are the writers of the Zodiac. They are detailed, descriptive, and this is why Tupac Shakur was a Gemini. He had thousands of songs, he's always writing. I got good friends who are Geminis, they're always writing. And when they write, they're writing like Bibles. They're so descriptive. A Gemini is someone who is always the artist. They're meticulous. They are sculptors. They're sculpting something in the sky. However, at the same time, they crave to be the center of attention. And if they're not the center of attention, sometimes they leave the room. Sometimes they say, okay then. And sometimes they can be two-faced. Sometimes you're cool with them on Monday, but on Tuesday they've got things, they got a beef with you. I don't want any trouble, Geminis. So just know that. And let's talk about Cancers. If you are dealing with a Cancer, you are dealing with a water sign, an empath, one of the kindest in the Zodiac. Cancers are extremely sensitive, loving beings, but they often retreat into their own world, and they don't really just let everyone in there. If you are around a Cancer, know you are around someone who loves their friends, their family members. They love people close to them with a passion, unlike most Zodiac signs. But also, what can happen to Cancers is that sometimes, if they haven't let you in, you can see their wild side, their side where they can become moody, grumpy. They can turn on you very quick. They can become very defensive. So just know that you're dealing with a highly sensitive person, being full of love and kindness. But at the same time, if you are someone who is irritating them, they're going to push you away. Okay? How to cope and handle different astrological signs. So let's talk about Leos. The fire sign, the lion, the lioness. Ever seen a lioness protect its young? You don't want to mess with a lioness protecting its young. Leos are the life of the party. When a Leo enters a room, this is what you got to know. You're going to know. They are the sun. They bring the warmth, the energy. They bring the electricity. Never a dull moment with a Leo. They're confident. But sometimes if you are dealing with a Leo, you might be around someone that just gets a bit too confident for their own good. And that confidence can turn into arrogance. It can turn into, I know everything. I don't need to know anything. So Leos have to learn to humble themselves. And if you are around a Leo, learn you are around someone who is generous, but also someone who can sometimes let it get to their heads too much. Okay? Let's talk about Virgos. I got a very good friend who's a Virgo. And they're a perfect match to a Pisces, by the way. Virgos are, if you are dealing with a Virgo, you're dealing with a perfectionist. Nas is a Virgo. Beyonce is a Virgo. You're dealing with perfectionists. You're dealing with people who are meticulous, who have an attention to detail. But you're also dealing with a very considerate being, someone who doesn't want to bother people for no reason. They don't want to just start beef and drama. You're dealing with a calculating individual, someone who plans ahead of time. A Virgo never just puts something out there. If you're an artist as a Virgo, you take your time, don't you? You might spend like 6 months on one song. Am I lying? No, I'm not. Okay, you spend a long time in your art and craft, in your creations. You never rush. There's no rush with Virgos. You take your time. But sometimes if you're dealing with a Virgo, this perfectionism can be a trap for Virgos. Sometimes Virgos, their perfectionism can hold them back from exploring new terrains and new frontiers. And sometimes they get stuck in their comfort zones. Sometimes they get stuck in scheduling everything and preparing and planning. They miss out on all the fun. And sometimes the Virgos can become hermits. They get stuck in their box, all right? So if you are dealing with a Virgo, know that you're dealing with a very considerate being, but also someone who can become reclusive, someone who can become a hermit, and who can be a perfectionist. Like, they're never happy with sometimes what they put out. It could have always been better, right? Now let's talk about the Libra. How to deal and handle different astrological signs. If you are dealing with a Libra, you're dealing with balance. Libras stand up for people who cannot stand up for themselves. They are one of the most relaxing zodiac signs to be around. They're all about peace and justice. They balance the scales. They help people. Very helping, very caring. They're humanitarians like Pisceans. But also what you have to know about Libras is that sometimes they can become lazy. Sometimes they want other people to do their dirty work. So sometimes Libras have to step up their game and say, wait a minute, I got to do other people's dirty work as well. I got to do the work I'm supposed to be doing and not leave it up to other people, right? Now let's talk about Scorpios. In ancient cultures, the Scorpio was the shaman of the Zodiac. And in Peru, a lot of the shamans are either Pisceans or Scorpios. Scorpios are connected to the other realm. Scorpios are aware this is all an illusion. And this is why many Scorpios are highly intuitive. They are great detectives. You know what I'm talking about, Scorpios. You are great detectives. You are great researchers because you have an attention to detail. Like if a Scorpio puts together a documentary, it's going to be one of the best documentaries ever because they will find things you forgot about, right? But if you are dealing with a Scorpio, know that Scorpios never forget, right? A Scorpio never forgets. And because of this, one word, vendetta. You don't want to piss a Scorpio off because revenge is sweet, right? So sometimes Scorpios, they can have these vendettas, and this is sometimes the downside of a Scorpio. They can sometimes hold on to grudges, right? So Scorpios, you need to get on their good side. But a Pisces can really put a Scorpio in their place. We can really talk to you like no one else. And that's why Scorpios and Pisces are great matches. How to cope and handle different astrological signs. Sagittarius. If you are dealing with a Sagittarius, you are dealing with a highly confident archer. You're dealing with someone who is confident, who loves adventure. My moon sign is a Sagittarius. I love adventure. This is what governs my mood, my emotions, adventure. And this is Sagittarius. Adventure, new places, travel, new locations. Let's do it. Let's fly to Brazil. Let's fly to Ethiopia. Let's do it. Right? And it's beautiful. The downside, if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, sometimes Sagittarius, they're party animals. They are party animals. Sometimes you leave them in the club. They're still there, drinking, living life up to the full. And sometimes, just like the Libra, Sagittarius can become unreliable. They can get carried away in the party lifestyle. And sometimes they need a reality check. They're very laissez-faire, right? They're very carefree. And also sometimes they are confident to the point where they think they know it all and they don't have to learn anything. So Sagittarians need to also humble themselves. Let's talk about the GOAT. Capricorns. My sister is a Capricorn. And they're the complete opposite of Pisceans, right? So if you're dealing with a Capricorn, you're dealing with an individual who is goal-orientated. Goal-orientated. They're always trying to climb the ladder to go to the next level, to level up in this world. In this world, right? Keyword, this world, right? And this is why a lot of Capricorns are firmly rooted in this world, not the world beyond this one. So I'm a Pisces. Growing up with my sister, I'm telling her about the fifth dimension and she's like, yeah, cool, but I got to do this. I got to focus on this, right? Because it's all about, I can see this and this is what I'm going to focus on. I can't see the other world. And a lot of Capricorns, because they're always so goal-orientated, they don't really live in the realm of imagination too much. They live in the world of practical reality. The here and now, they're practical. And this is why if you're around a Capricorn, it's great because they can help you get things done in this world. They can help you find things like my sister's always helping my mom book plane tickets, do this, do that, find out about certain information. Capricorns can help you get the information in this world, but not the world beyond. But because of this, the so-called downside to Capricorns is that sometimes they get consumed in this mundane reality. Sometimes they cannot think outside of the box. Sometimes you're telling people, Capricorns, to wake up. Omicron, anagram for moronic. And they're like, oh, well, that's just a coincidence. And you're like, no, there are no coincidences. And they're like, whatever. Right? They find it hard to sometimes connect the dots. But they are hard workers. They are hard workers. In fact, Capricorns are the hardest workers of the zodiac. So if you want a job done, ask a Capricorn. They will do it. Let's talk about Aquarius, the water bearer. They are independent. And if you want to learn how to handle an Aquarius, remind yourself you're dealing with a free spirit. 7-day vegan challenge. Who's already done the 7-day vegan challenge? They wake up every single day with a whole papaya in their mouth. And they knew where it was, okay? You're dealing with free spirits. Aquarius is a sign of how to do. They are it. They embody how to. They know how to do it. How to set up a tent. I'll go hiking here. How to do this, how to do that. They want to learn how to do everything themselves. Right? And this independent nature of Aquarius makes them pioneers. Many Aquarians are pioneers. They're boldly going where most people are afraid to go. They're not afraid to be alone. They are venturing into the unknown, boldly going where no man or woman has gone before. Now, sometimes Aquarius, they're stubborn. Sometimes they don't like to listen. They like to do it. They like to do it their way, just like Virgos. And this is why sometimes Aquarians, they miss out on actually how to do it. Right? And sometimes, because they are the water bearer, they are bringing the new to the planet, they can sometimes find themselves alone, but they don't mind being alone. But sometimes you are around, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, someone who really is doing things which are way ahead of their time. And you have to learn this, that wait a minute, they may not be doing it the orthodox way. In fact, they definitely won't be doing it the orthodox way. They'll find a very strange way to do something. Right? Very quirky. So that's it, deep divers. There it is, the masterclass, how to handle different astrological signs. And like I told you, we are so much more than our zodiac signs. We are multidimensional beings having human experiences, and we must never limit ourselves to just a zodiac sign, okay? And that's why I'm just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Beautiful deep divers. You can tell a secret to a Pisces. That's why people tell us everything. That's the truth. I'm just... breathe with me, deep divers. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Shout out to all of you who have been getting the wonderful good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. And if you are a sexy ass model, woo, who wants to be an Infinite Waters model, let me know why you have what it takes. Go and buy the clothing, okay? Add me on Instagram, deep divers, for more daily inspiration. At Ralph Smart, at official Ralph Smart, and Facebook at Ralph Smart, at Infinite Waters, and Snapchat at... It's that good ass prana, baby. Check out the new book, Deep Divers, for more powerful, life-changing information just like this. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/the book. Remind yourself, zodiac signs are a glimpse into our personality, our mood, and emotions. And if we can learn about ourselves, not just only in zodiac signs, but in our day-to-day life, we can become our greatest versions. Have a beautiful day, deep divers. Peace. Infinite Waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You! I'm alive, deep divers. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment down below and give thanks. And then just say, feels so good to be alive, baby.